It's easy to get attached to your characters in Dungeons & Dragons. We get sad when things happen to our favourite characters in anime or TV shows, but when you're in control of those characters, it's that much more intense. Win or lose, we remember these adventures. So, make sure you watch the first 4 parts, and let's get on with this. We arrived back to Elliot's castle with the channeler that we freed, who took the first chance they could get to get the heck out of this realm. They'd been prisoner here for months, so who could really blame them? But she took Bob. Either way, we made our way to the prison that held the Summer Archfey, who didn't seem like they were trapped at all. This Phil-like of a character was just chilling in this place, and seemed to have no interest in what was going on outside. We needed his blood, so we, like the Mothman, could use Fey blood to gain immense power. He gave us a vial of his, still completely untuned into what's going on, and we left. Our group feeling confused, but we had no time to question it. We now had to decide who gets to drink it, because whoever did would become temporarily a level 20 character. Of course, we all had reasons to want the power, but to avoid our own greed and not have the session end up just us arguing on who gets to drink it, we decided to let Elliot have it. He was the king after all. But this was it. Today was the day that we destroyed this monster that was tormenting us for months. We gathered what little army we had left and marched towards the Wellspring, where the Mothman went to after we raided his castle, choosing it to be our final battleground. While we were outnumbered, this time we were all here. We were all level 6 casters with friendship and love on our side. At 2 Lekus. Giants, centaurs, and Eladrin all collided. Undead and large creatures were summoned to fight alongside us. Wands of Wonder were used, and people were sent to the Shadow Realm as we tore our way to the bridge before the Wellspring. We stood at the bridge. We could see the silhouette of the Mothman at the other end, before a set of giant doors. And as we approached, he let down his beast-like form, and like any true villain, started monologuing. Desperate for answers, I had Julian ask what was so important about him and his blood, to which he revealed to us many things. He revealed that Julian was too an archfey, and it took the blood of 2 to open the door. Along with that, he rose his hand to Gale and promoted him to a Knight of Winter. Ice armor and an ice crown formed around Gale as he was no longer in control of himself. He turned to Dante, announcing to us all that he was indeed Dante's patron. Dante was just as shocked as us to find out, and as the Lord of Winter tried to take Dante to his side as well, Julian's voice rang through, as he finally did what bards do best and kept our party on our side. Elliot downed the Fey blood, his hair turning into a golden afro as he went Super Elliot, and we attacked. Immediately we banished Gale from the fight. The Lord of Winter was unleashing powerful magic and vicious melee attacks that quickly brought us to the brink of consciousness. That's not to say we weren't doing our own number on him. Fire damage especially rattled him, and as Elliot released the power of the blade we had, it was clear that we had the upper hand. Until, in his rage, he took this opportunity to kill the one person who could truly stop him. He turned to Aurora, and with one quick slash, she was cut apart. But rather than looking scared or worried, she looked to Julian with a warm, hopeful smile. Seeing her sacrifice filled us with determination, and we continued. Magic being dispelled and countered over and over as we whittled him down, victory was in sight. And finally we could end this. The amount of times we had failed, the amount of times he killed us over and over in this same quest, we knew with Aurora dead now this was the last time we could fight, and with another strike from Elliot, we all but claimed our victory. But in his last act, the Lord of Winter thrusted his blade towards Julian. Without thinking, Dante dived to stop him, and, just as panicked, Julian dived to protect Dante. Only to end up with them both impaled in his sword as, finally, the others blasted him to the ground. Although they were both impaled, Julian still had plenty of health. Dante, however, was all spent. We quickly pulled the blade out, and in shared pain they held each other. Any magic to heal him wouldn't work at this point, as Dante shared his last moments with us. He cleared his conscience. He told us that the students that died at school, the hedge wizards that caused Miriam to get hurt so bad, were all dead because of him. That he killed them. Not only to gain power from his patron that till now he had no idea was the enemy, but because he enjoyed it. He held Julian tight as he passed, and out of sheer panic and desperation, Julian dragged him towards the gate of the wellspring. The very thing the Lord of Winter was trying to open with Julian's blood. With his and the Lord of Winter's, they opened it and hauled Dante down the stairs, barely even processing what Dante just told them. It might have been a bad idea to toss his best friend's corpse into something that powerful, but Julian wasn't thinking. He just wanted his friend back. Only to watch as the arcane waters around him completely consumed his body. Julian went numb, and the world around him went silent. The others restrained him as he attempted to dive in after Dante, only getting a foot in before they stopped him, his foot that touched the water being completely torn away from him. Eventually, we all left, but the feeling of victory was absent. We had won, sure, stopped the Lord of Winter from destroying everything, but our characters' worlds were small. We were just kids, and we had lost so much from all this. But let's not end this on a sad note. It's been a privilege to present this story that, although it might not seem like much, meant a lot to me. And I'm glad I could share it with not only the other players and the DM, but all of you as well. So really, thank you all, a lot. And as someone who I respected wholeheartedly once said, the same things that make us laugh, make us cry. Thanks for watching.
You have all individually received, through strange means, some stranger than others, a letter of acceptance inviting you to some academy.
Hello there, irregularly dressed person. That name clearly seems like it's Bob. How are you doing?
Dante, Julian gets thrown into you as he just sort of like flies onto your lap, essentially, like sprawled across your legs.
Oh, howdy.
Hey, man.
Hello.
Hey.
My name is Elliot. Today, I will be your guide to Sphinthris Academy. Welcome to Sphinthris Academy. If I have a cookie and I order pizza, how many cookies do I have?
You have a cookie and pizza.
Wait
a minute. Are the cookies on the pizza? Did you order cookie pizza?
Does the pizza come with a cookie?
He says, yes! Oh, hi, Julian.
Oh, you looking for something?
She sort of looks back at the case. She's like, oh, yeah, just looking for, books on magic. This will hurt you greatly.
Without her, there's no reason to protect anything.
You and Elliot sort of look at Julian, and you see, his left arm starts disappearing.
Oh, shit.
They're coming! Your prophecy was true!
Oh,
Just shouting through the school, the prophecy!
The prophecy! It was like all along.
So Elliot is screaming, and Leslie is pointing her gun, and you guys all just run into this clearing. And, see Leku's sitting there, with sort of, like, tear-ridden cheeks, and sort of sitting on a log in front of...
What the hell are you guys doing here?
I don't break stealth and I just kind of back up into the woods again. You can go back to your normally scheduled program.
what the hell are you doing out here, Leku? I thought you were the Mothman!
You are my best friend, Julian. My brother.
I still am, man.
And I would do it all again if I could. This was the best fight I ever lost.
Huh?
Sorry.
Like,
I mean, I just want to say now that this has been a really fucking fun campaign.
Yeah, this has been amazing.
This is. I've loved this one.
Yeah, this
and,
has been great.
Like, just for those who might be watching, thanks for watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's appreciated.
Hi, people that are.
Yeah, I know we don't
hope
acknowledge
you enjoyed
the recording that often, because we don't want to break that immersion or whatever.
Immersion.
I hope that some youth of D&D somehow dust off these archives someday and find it entertaining.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.